everyone, Shosh here and happy Halloween. To celebrate this occasion, I've compiled a list of the top 8 creepiest, most spookiest Mario enemies of all time. Grab some candy, get yourself comfortable and let's get into it. At number 8, we have the masked ghoul from the Game Boy classic Super Mario Land 2, 6 golden coins, which released in 1993. Lurking around the frightly pumpkin zone, we basically have Jason's mask with a dagger shoved into the side of it, walking around trying to wreak havoc for our good friend Mario. Clearly drawing reference from Friday the 13th, Jason Voorhees, this Goomba moving-like character certainly adds an element of airiness to the world of Mario. At lucky number 7, we have the paving that's craving crushed plumber for breakfast, the Thwomp, but not just any Thwomp. The creepiest of all Thwomps, the Nintendo 64 Thwomp, smashing its way into our screens in the 1996 Super Mario 64. That uncanny valley face, plastered onto the block, still gives me creeps to this very day. Who remembers that creepy, locked-away Thwomp in Mario Kart 64 with a glowing green tinge, like he's just been ripped straight out of the Matrix, deliriously laughing at you when you bump into his cozy little prison? If not, you're lucky, because it really is the stuff of nightmares. Steaming in at number 6, we have the ever so slightly angry Wiggler, first scattering into our hearts in Super Mario World for the SNES in 1992. I think the most unsettling thing about this character is the quick juxtaposition between a pleasant caterpillar taking a nice stroll in the noonday sun to an instant passive aggression and signs of emotional turmoil in just 1 second flat. I mean, yeah, you could say that the Wiggler probably has every right to be angered after just being physically assaulted by Mario, but some may also argue that the Wiggler could have handled these situations in a more amicable and negotiating manner. You be the judge, I guess. But I still find it scary when they flip their lid. Swimming into the number 5 spot in all its creepiness is Fishbones, making their first appearance in Super Mario World. Water levels in any platform are a nightmare, let alone with this didastic fish confronting you with hostility. It will literally charge if you're within its sight with a gleam of happiness in its eyes like it enjoys the hunt. Now, I fully accept their disdain they hold in high regards for Mario. I came to terms with that many years ago, but I still feel like a fish out of water when confronted by these creepy, aquatic roustabouts. At number 4, we have the very frightening Lord of Lightning, regional manager of the Ruined Kingdom from the very wonderful Super Mario Odyssey, which released for the Switch in 2017. Arguably, one of the most out-of-place looking creatures to make an appearance in a Mario game, but oh golly gumdrops, I'm so glad he did. While looking very scary and residing in an equally spooky looking land, the Lord of Lightning just looks terrifyingly awesome. Like after he's finished with Mario, he's going to have a quick coffee with Bowser and then mooch over to the town of Dale for more carnage and merriment. Hats off to you, Lord of Lightning, you truly earned yourself a spot in my top 8. Now we reach the podium. You may already be sat there watching and disagreeing profusely with my list, and if so, please let me know your choices in the comment section. Chasing in at number 3 is the scary mask that's guarding the key. It's Phanto, making his debut appearance in Super Mario Bros. 2 in 1988 for the NES. Now, I don't know about anybody else, but masks have always given me the willies. The fact that it hides any form of expression or emotion adds to the macabre. Demonstrated here as Phanto opens pursuit on you with nothing but a solidified sadistic grin on his face all the while. Phanto remains stationary in the key room. You need the key to progress, but as soon as you relinquish the key from its pedestal like a filthy infidel, Phanto will give chase and stop at nothing until he catches you. Or, if you put the key back down, they will cease to pursue you, but let's face it, some of us just refuse to drop the key and instead just make a mad dash for it. Phanto is looming, emotionless, persistent, and just plain horrifying. Maybe you have to be an 8-year-old living in the 90s to agree with this. Maybe not, but they easily stood out to me as the top contender when planning this list. Here's a horrifying honky-tonk terror at number 2. I think I'll let this video do the talking for a second. Yes, it's a demonic piano from Super Mario 64. I think what makes this so terrifying is the element of surprise. You're pleasantly exploring a ghostly haunted house with the most ominous soundtrack composition to grace gaming, until you stumble upon an empty room with a tantalizing grand piano in the corner of the room. The intrigued among us are lulled into a false sense of security and approach the piano with sheer delight, eagerly anticipating a star, or maybe Mario to take a seat and bang out some Chopin for us. But that's not how the story ends. Oh, I wish it had a happy ending like that. Instead, in the blink of an eye, in the time it takes for a speedrunner to complete Sonic Forces, it erratically comes to life and starts going crazy as it tries to eat our moustached hero, while simultaneously destroying our ears with a healthy dose of tinnitus, with the not-so-dulcet tones of smash keys. I mean, for crying out loud, this really gets your heart racing. Should this have been in the family rated section done at my delightful Blockbusters establishment back in the 90s? I can't even look at a piano now without suffering from PTSD. And then Nintendo go and do this. This auto-tune terror with an appetite for overalls and leather really takes my number 2 spot. Now it's time for the number 1 spot. The king of creepiness, the ghost with the most, the big bad wolf whose intentions are as transparent as his body. It's none other than King Boo! The Luigi's Mansion variant, first appearing in Luigi's Mansion for the GameCube in 2001. He is a leader of the loyal Boo Diddleys with a passion for imprisoning his unfortunate victims into paintings, while his pink, glaring eyes pierce into your soul, smiling from ear to ear. Well, arm to arm. He then most likely pours himself a nice drop of brandy, not even a cheap one, like one of them expensive 100-coin bottle ones, and gloats in delight as he glares into your helpless, captured eyes, frozen in time, forever within the painting. I mean, yeah, this all seems very natural within the world of Super Mario, but just imagine that in real life. Haunting. Even if you could manage to avoid such a torturous fate with space and time ends, confronting him is a brave and risky move, as he is an incredibly powerful spirit with an abundance of offensive attacks, further amplified by his mighty jewel crown, an ostentatious reminder that you are challenging the king of all that is haunting in the Mario universe. King Boo has earned his place as the king of all Boos and the number 1 spot on my list. So what do you think? Do you agree with my list? Or do you think that these 8 should have been placed in a different order? Or maybe there's spooky Mario enemies you feel deserved a spot on the list that weren't there? Please let me know your thoughts and opinions in the comments section, and if you like my content, please maybe consider liking, subscribing and ringing that bell button to help the channel out. I hope you all have a great Halloween, and I hope you look forward to the next Explorative video that'll be active at the end of November. Until then, please join me on my Let's Play videos and look forward to more content I have in store for you all. I look forward to hearing from you all soon. Bye!